Good morning, everyone. I'm Bangal daw kada kayo. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Fatima, and I own this page. And yes, we are here again with as we connect with another individual who's striving in the business. We entitled this "Thrive Beyond the Scribes" because most of us here are medical professionals. All of us are medical professionals. So but before that, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Fatima. I'm a nurse by profession. I am in Canada, like Alberta, Canada. And then I'm hosting this as like usually we do this monthly to connect with individuals in our business, just to help you, give you insights on how our business works. And I did this business. Yes, I have a decent salary in the healthcare industry, but it's so hard to take time off at work. And I struggle, especially when I asked for time off to attend my son's graduation. And this business didn't open up only time for my family, but more than that. So stay tuned with us, guys. And here are my co-hosts.
Hello, hola, hola a todos. Hi, everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional. I live in Ontario, Canada, but I'm original from Cuba. And yes, I started this business because I was working a lot. I was spending all my time at work, and I didn't have enough time for my family. So I was helping other people, but I was not there for my loved ones. And I need a change, but I also need an income to have that change. So I came up with this business, and I love it. I start, and I keep here. I'm enjoying it. So let's keep tuned. We have an amazing guest.
Hello, mabuhay! This is Pernita de Guzman from Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, originally from the Philippines. And I am a nurse by profession as well. And of course, a proud digital business owner. I joined this business because a few years ago, I was diagnosed with chronic illnesses. And nursing job is a very demanding job, physically, emotionally, psychologically, the whole 9 yards. And everything else about nursing is adding stress to my health. So I decided, and I found this business that became my plan A. Uh, that made me really stay home more often and take care of my health and time for my family. So that's it for me. Thank you, Coach Rico, for being here.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening. Sa tanan mga naminaw sa ato karon sa mga kababayan nato, labi na sa mga Bisaya din ha. I hope maminaw mo hangtod sa katapusan sa amo ang interview, and hope you can get value sa amo ang interview para malaman po ninyo kung unsa ning amo ang business. So anyway, I'm Imelda Arbili, by the way, from New York. I'm a mom, grandma, and pharmacist by profession. And I joined this business because as a retiree, I know, looking at my financial, I need to have a second stream of income so I can supplement my fixed income later on and still be able to pursue my passion of travel and also help my family and my community. So again, please stay tuned until the end and hope you get value from this interview.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. So you met my co-host. So now, without further ado, I want to introduce to you, and I am humbled. We are truly humbled and honored today to welcome our remarkable guest, someone who embodies both faith and dedication, a devoted father and a passionate pastor who once found himself on a crossroads with the desire to serve his ministry without sacrificing the needs for his family. So let's welcome everyone, Coach Rico. Hi, Coach Rico.
Hi, Coach Rico.
Thank you so much for coming.
Hello, hello. I feel like I'm in great company this morning already. This is good stuff.
Yes. So, Coach Rico, can you briefly introduce a little bit of yourself? I know we know that you're a devoted father and ministry. Just give us a little bit of something about who Rico is. before starting this business? Yeah.
Who is Rico without boasting? I don't want to boast, but anyway. I am a miracle from God. Let's go call it this way. Hey, I wasn't always sure of myself, but transformation has taken place in my life. So I'm proud to say that I am a father of four, and my oldest is 13, my youngest is 6, two in between of that, and husband to a beautiful supporting wife who supports me and in the different directions that I do go, especially in business, ministry, and so on. So yeah, so I am the a kind of person who grew up in Haiti. Haiti is usually known on the news, unfortunately, for all the wrong reason. And I'm a Bible guy. So in the Bible, there's a section that when Jesus was making so much noise, a person once mentioned, "What good thing can come from Jerusalem? What good thing can come from Jerusalem?" So Jesus was good, but people were puzzled by it. So with that, I took that illustration to say, although Haiti has always been on the news for all the wrong reason, what good thing can come out of Haiti? Well, you're looking at them right now because God truly has risen me up from a country like Haiti. I moved to Canada over 20 years ago to come and study, and I chose to study theology. After I got my education, got married, and I decided just like, this is not where I want to live. I wanted to go back down to Haiti and make a difference in the third world and to work there. And fair enough, I started working there and did ministry work, planting churches, schools, and so on and so forth. So my background career is a pastor, a missionary, and from a place as Haiti. So I guess in a heartbeat, this is who I am.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. So we will give you some questions. So
All right, so I have a couple questions here for you, Coach. How does this online business align with faith and minister value? That's one. And the second one is, you had done a lot of minister work in Haiti. How does the move from Canada impact or affect your business?
Oh, very good question. Thank you. Well, one of the thing is as a pastor or missionary or religious leader, whichever title we might give it, it's extremely crucial that we know where we draw our value from. My value is not from money or how much more I possessed, the latest house or the latest vehicle. All these things can be nice and great, but that's not what really brings my value, right? My value actually is derived directly from whom I choose to call Lord and Savior. It's my Lord Jesus Christ, period. He makes me who I am, right? He makes me a generous person that I'm willing to help other people. He makes me a very hospitable kind of person, welcoming strangers or other people into our home and community. So I am who I am because of him. One thing that I've always learned when I was really, really young is that be careful about money. Money can change you. Well, the more I grow and the more I realize success, I realize money does not change anybody. Instead, money reveals you. It reveals who you already were. Example, if you were a greedy guy when you had $10, you wouldn't share your $10. Trust me, when you have a million, you're not going to give a dime. It's just reality of life, right? So with that mindset, I grew up teaching people in the third world how to not only prepare a life for eternity, which is with your heavenly Father in heaven, but also how do you live here on earth while you are preparing this life for eternity. And the best way to live on earth is to reflect the value of who he is, meaning you have to exemplify these things. He was a giver like nobody else. So how do you give when you have nothing to give? Therefore, my goal was really to help people to be independent in businesses, through agriculture and many different kind of things that we do in the third world to teach people to be independent. Meaning, I was never afraid of the idea of business. However, what business you do extremely tells who you are. So I was always on the lookout for a business that can help other people become successful, strong, while not degrading who they truly are in Christ, not
Yeah.
degrading their value, meaning you're not cheating people, you're not doing something shady, you're not doing all these nasty things that oftentimes you can't lift your head up to say, hey, this is who I am, right? So when I was on a search to look for business, I was looking for all these key details. And what I found about this business that did not compromise my faith is that it's a business, literally, I pay my taxes just like everybody else. Right? I receive my tax paperwork, meaning the government knows I'm in business. So I am respected by the government. If I'm respected by the government, okay, I am legit, just as legit is. Number two, I realized my business actually, the whole focus of my business is helping other people rise up on their own feet so they become successful, so they themselves can be a blessing to others. I believe that's the ultimate reason of success, is so that you could be a blessing to others. So with that, I realize this business does not compromise my faith. It checks all the boxes that I was looking for, that I could be the kind of man and that I was called to be here on earth. And of course, the part of the question is, I have done a lot of ministry work in Haiti. Me moving back to Haiti to work full time in Haiti, how does that affect my business? Well, what I noticed when I was on the field in Haiti, my business boomed. It literally exploded.
Yes.
And I, at first, I didn't think it would. And I would say for the first few months when I was retransitioning, readjusting, it was difficult because this is an internet-based business. And the infrastructure in Haiti is so horrible, it's so bad that internet is very intermittent. Electricity is also intermittent. But because of the business, I was able to invest in the real infrastructure to make sure that I took care of the base, made sure I had really good, steady internet, full-time internet, that I could still do my business and communicate with the world. And number two, I made sure that I solarized my house, that I have electricity 24/7. And I did these things. Why? Because the business literally brought me revenue that I could actually invest in these things that allowed me to live back in Haiti. Now, here's the reason my business exploded when I was there. Every time a person would reach out to me and say, hey, Rico, I know you're in business, you're a man of God. I just want to know, how do you do it in a third world country? I said, well, the reason I'm in a third world country doing what I love is because the business allows me the freedom to do that, or else I would have to be locked in North America on a 9 to 5 or 8 to 10 or whatever it is, right? I would have to be locked here making money to live. Now, once I no longer was locked in to make money to live, now I could be living. Well, there's different situation, right? I am working for a boss so that I could live, or instead I go live doing what I want because there's already the financial situation that is stable that allows me to do what I do. And now when I tell people that, they said, well, I want to do what you do.
Yeah.
Teach me how to be able to live like you, to start living. And
Right.
this is where I realized, like, oh, my job really is to give people opportunity to truly start living their talents, their lives, and what they are called. So being in Haiti, once I took care of my internet situation, my electrical situation, my business literally boomed. Why? Because I became an envy of many people who are actually living in the diaspora, working so that one day they can live. And they realized myself in an earlier age, I was already living and I didn't have to work for somebody else to start living the life that I wanted to. I don't know if that answers the question, but that's the way it actually worked out.
Yes, it
Yes.
did. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
You
You're
really
Yes.
put it out
you
there.
yeah, you're
Was
truly a blessing to
Yes,
others. So
yeah, it was
What?
really good. Thank you so much for your answer. Like one of the reasons to the oh
oh
one of the reasons to that we love this business, is because we're helping others, and at the same time we're encourage them, and the most important thing, that we can do this business everywhere. So that's the good part about it. So we're legit, as you say, but we are able to work everywhere. Doesn't matter where you are, and then you can live how you are living. So thank you so much for your answer. Hopefully our viewers get some input on it, and yeah, get ready for the second one. I love it.
Did why am I teary-eyed now just by my first question? You are good. Okay. So, Coach Rico, with all those like there are still so many people who have reservations or are hesitant about social media. Can you share how you are able to grow your business while maintaining your personal boundaries?
Yes, this is really good. I think it's Bloomberg or Warren Buffett, I think, who actually said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll be working for the rest of your life, something like that, right? Social media is a tool. That's what social media is. It's a tool. Let's imagine you have a screw sticking on the chair that you're sitting, and every time you sit on it, you poke yourself, and then you can't sit comfortably. You are miserable, right?
Mhm.
Then somebody shows up and said, here's a screwdriver. If you use this screwdriver and untwist it, that screw will be gone. Now, for some reason, I've never seen a screwdriver before. I've seen people take screwdriver and they do crime with it. I'm afraid of screwdriver. I'm not going to use screwdriver. So you're still sitting on that pokey thing that's making your life miserable. So here's the illustration. I'm a pastor, so I use a lot of illustration. What I'm trying to say, screwdriver is only a tool. That tool can do harm. It can do good. It's a tool.
Mhm.
It all depends on what you do with it that's create the outcome you want. Now, once you take that screwdriver and unscrew that thing, you sit comfortably.
Yeah.
Social media is no different. Social media is a tool. Social media can be used for a lot of negative things, but it still remains a tool. It's what you do with it that makes the long-term outcome. So when I realized social media was a tool, I realized, why don't we share the gospel through social media so more people can hear about it? Why don't I now use social media to tell people this is who I am? Because back in the days, I could only talk to my coworkers, to my friends at school, to my immediate family. Now, because of social media, I can be talking to somebody in Africa. I can be talking to somebody wherever,
Mhm.
all at the very same time. And so, with that, I realized social media is not something to be afraid of. Social media is something to be educated of. Once you educate yourself and understand the power of social media, you realize like social media is something that you should have embraced a million years ago. You literally should have put yourself
Mhm.
out there, share who you are, and paint the picture for yourself. That's why now we see all politicians are on social media, all churches, religious organizations are all on social media, all major businesses are on social media. Why? Because they realize, hey, the tool can be used for bad, it can be used for good. I choose to use it for good. So that's the first part of the question, is using social media just like a tool that you would use anything else. Number two, how do I now maintain my business growth without while creating personal boundaries? There's a book I read way back when. It's called Boundaries. Literally, it's called Boundaries by Dr. Henry Leslie Cloud. I guess their name is are. And that book literally goes detail by detail, teaching you how to create boundaries for yourself. As I said, a tool is a tool. But
Mhm.
if I take that screwdriver and I bring it to my dinner table, my wife's gonna scream. I mean, just like, what are you doing with your tools on the dinner table? If I take that tool in my pocket through the checkpoint at the airport, I'm gonna be pulled aside. I'm
Mhm.
gonna be frisked and checked quite well, right? Yet the tool is no wrong, but where I take the tool makes all the difference in the world, right? So how I use it makes the difference. So now, if I use it for the purpose it's supposed to be, then it's fulfilling its purpose. Now, if I come on social media, I create my hours that I want to work. Remember, I started this business not because I wanted another job. I started the business so that I could free myself from job. So I
Mhm.
use the social media tool to do the work for me while I'm sleeping, as Warren Buffett says. So I use the tool to talk on my behalf while I myself, I go rest, I go play with my family. Like I just came from 10 days vacation out east in three different provinces with one of my kids, my 6-year old, and I wanted to spend time with him. And I spent a good 10 days. During that time, my business was in full swing because the tool was doing the job for me. While I was focusing on friends and my son, the tool was doing the job for me without me having to be forever present, focusing on the tool. So, yes, prepare your hours, let the tool do the job. Don't become the tool yourself. because you can become the tool and the job never gets done. All right. So let the tool that be the tool to do the job, but make sure you use the tool where it's supposed to be used, not where it's not supposed to be used. So that's my huge illustration for social media as a tool, not an inconvenient.
Wow.
Thank
Wow.
you.
You are so deep, coach. You are so deep.
Oh, I don't think so, actually. I'm just talking about a tool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, that's really a good illustration of how you can make things work for you.
Yes.
You're given the tool, so it's up to you to use it for the good, of course. And of course, unfortunately, some people do it like not in the good way. So, like you said, the tool is there for you to use. So,
Mhm.
anyway, I hope our viewers get a lot of value, I'm sure, in this interview. So, my next question to you is, when you first started your business, were your expectations about the community aligned with what you imagined it would be?
When I first joined the community back in 2020, I wasn't quite sure what the community would be like. I really wasn't. And quite frankly, I didn't come in because I was looking for the next community. Now we are not in short supply of communities, right? I mean, there's so many clubs that we can join. But I came in because I wanted to make money, pure and simple. I found people who said like, "Hey, what you want, we can help you achieve that vision." And what is the vision? To be free from work, free from this, free from that. I said, like, yes, that's what I'm looking for. How do I do it? However, when I showed up, I realized I was not there to do it on my own. There was a surrounded community that said, hey, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. However, if you want to make it far, let's go together. And that's what the community offered me. When I heard that statement, go fast, go alone, but go far, stick together, and I realized that, whoa, this is perhaps what I've been missing for the first 3 decades of my life, that I was going alone. I literally was jumping on and off doing things on my own. And when I found the community just like, no, we will be the shoulders that you can rely on, that you can cry on, that you can scream. When you don't understand, you can call. We will always be there for you. And, I'm thinking, always be there? You sure? I mean, people who's making money or tend to be some of the greediest people in the world. That's what I've been educated to believe, right? And I'm thinking, you sure you're always going to be there for me? But as I dive into the community within my very first week, without me reaching out, I started receiving messages. Hey, Rico, how are you doing? I just wanted to know if you have any help. I'm just like, wow, that's different. I've only experienced this only one other place in church, period. I've done the corporate world work, and in the corporate world, it's cutthroat. They literally try to
Mm.
destroy you so they could take your place. But here I am in a community, and people reaching out to me in week one saying, how can I help you? Are you understanding everything? Hey, are you stuck? Are you this? Don't be a stranger. Don't hide in a corner by yourself. We're here to help any given time. And I just like, wow, that's a little different. So I start warming up to what I call the community. Now remember, I didn't come for the community, but that's why everything I had done before never really made the success I wanted them to make, because I was missing this key component. What is surrounded me? The community. That's it, right? And I started listening to this guy by the name of Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn says, birds of a feather flock together. Then I realized, like, okay, maybe I was an eagle flying with chickens or eating with chickens. And that creates problem, because you know what happens. What chicken eats causes them not to be able to fly. Their breast becomes too big, too thick, and they can't fly like the eagles. So I'm thinking, like, maybe that's been my problem. I'm an eagle by nature, but I've been pecking with the chickens. So now the community reminder is just like, hey, if you come into the flock, then guess what? You're going to reflect the flock. Jim Rohn says, like, hey, here's what is important. Know where you want to go. Find people who's going there and enter and join with them. And guess what? You will be heading the same direction with the crowd. And so the community is that exact crowd. So did the community blow up my expectation? Well, I didn't have an expectation at first. However, what I realized, to me, the team is bonus. It's cream on the cake. It's basically cherry on top of the cake. It's bonus because nobody can buy or pay for the community that we actually have here. I don't care what money you have, it's impossible. Impossible. I'll say this last thing and then I'll shut up, right? I was in a business before that to be able to have coaching, one-on-one coaching with a person, you had to pay up to $3,000 for that coach, to only have the time with you. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's a week, whatever it is, the time they broke down for you. You have to pay up to $3,000 just to get a coach attention. Now the community says like, listen, we are here for you 100% of the time. Whenever the time is needed, we are here to support and walk the journey with you. How can you beat that? Literally, this is beyond my wildest expectation that I could ever find something like that on this part of the world, which is called Earth, outside of the church. Literally, I couldn't.
Wow. Thank you so much, Coach Rico. It's interesting you said that because, like, when I stumbled on this business, like everyone else, my purpose is to have a second stream of income, close money. But when I joined, I was so impressed. I mean, before I joined, like I was like talking and digging, and the thing that really closed the deal for me is knowing that there's a community for you, and
Mm.
to me that's a big deal. So I said, oh, I don't have to do this on my own, and I have support. So I said, how could I go wrong? I said, if I don't make money, I may make friends, right? So, so thank you so much again.
Yes, that's such a big like a big thing. Like I think most of us like I think and I I hope the viewers got a lot of information from you, Coach Rico, because like we didn't even like just talk about the community. We didn't talk about the tools. We talk about the portability of the business. So I don't know for all the viewers that you've been following us. I don't know what else are you looking for in the business.
Mm.
So we are truly blessed to have you here, Coach Rico. Is there anything you want to add or anything that you want to tell our viewers, like to jump in this business? Because it just didn't give us the money. It just gave us more time with our family too.
Yeah, well, my encouragement for people who's sitting on the sideline or who's questioning or who's waiting for the right opportunity, I would say the best time to ever plant a tree was yesterday. The second best time to plant the tree is today, period. Like literally, that's just as basic could be. There is no such a best time sometime in the future. The future is not guaranteed to anybody, period. So literally the best time to make a decision was yesterday. Since we all missed the boat of yesterday, the second best time is today. If I were to able to roll back the time and to roll you back about 30 years ago when Google was just about coming out, it was a nothing. It was a new thing to them. Imagine if back then you had only invested $1, $10, $100. Today you'd be one of the wealthiest people around. You'd be multi-millionaire, period. Right? Well, let's reverse it. Let's say I'd bring you back to not 30 years ago. Let me bring you back 15 years or 14 years ago when we had the big name Bitcoin first came about. When Bitcoin first came about, it was a joke. Everybody was laughing. Just Bitcoin. These guys come to rip people off. Blah 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 blah. It was just 2-3 cents at the time to get a Bitcoin. Literally. Oh, only if I could go back. Only if I could go back to plant that tree back then. I would get 1,000 of them. Literally, I'd get 1,000 of them. Can you imagine? Had anybody got 1,000 back then? 1,000 would have only cost you $10 back then, I think, plus or minus, right? But here we are today, 14 years later. People are just like, shoot, I missed that boat. But what gets me is just like we realize how many boats people keep missing. And yet, when opportunities come, we have the very same mindset. Oh, let me wait until things get a little bit better. Better when? Right? When? So I would say, don't wait to plant your tree tomorrow. Plant it yesterday. Since we missed yesterday, start planting your tree today. Don't let fear hold you back. Instead, Let education be your main guide. Educate yourself. And how do you educate yourself? We offer free complimentary introductory webinars weekly, twice a week,
Yeah.
on Tuesdays and on Thursdays, for you to come with no strings attached. You just come and you assist a webinar. You want to go further, you can just click and then you can just pay a small refundable fee, which is $149. You pay $149 just so that you can understand more. What are you going to understand? You're going to understand that we are a legit business. We have great partners, affiliate partners from all around the world, great reputation, everything. You learn all these things. Because of trademark, we have to hide it behind a paywall. But here's the thing. Now, once you're exposed to everything we have, you still have 30 days. Just like, you know what? This is not for me. I can't do it. I don't have the energy. You don't have the mental capacity. Hey, you still have 30 days to pull back. Now, what is there to lose? Literally, it's all education. It's all education. So don't be afraid, but use your mind and jump to educate yourself. And once you educate yourself, you will make the right decision that is best for you. That's what I'll tell you. My encouragement to you, just do it.
Yes, there
Yeah.
you go, guys. Yeah,
Thank
there you go.
you.
Yes, he
Well
said,
said.
Coach Rico said it already. So if you are wondering, you've been following us, you've been like messaging us, or like you've been like in the backseat, like, okay, when is the right time? When is the best time? Message us now and like click on any of our link or message us, and we will give you access to our free info session that happens every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. MST, 8 p.m. EST. Start there. Take your first step today. Don't wait for the perfect time. Yes. So, ladies, do you have any other things to say before we close?
No, I'm
I just want to say thank you again.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Coach Rico, for laying it all out so explicitly for our viewers.
Yes. Again,
Yes.
thank you so much, Coach Rico. Thank you so much. I know it was like a short time that I messaged you, but you bless us today. You've been blessing every time I talk to you. I've seen him many times already when he started, and like last month I just saw him again. He is such a very humble person, and his business is exploding. So thank you so much for coming here. And again, thank you guys for being with us. Ate Melda, Ate Perlita, and Yesi, thank you for being here. And if you have any question to our viewers, if you have any question, message us, click on any of our link, and we will guide you on your journey, the best journey that you will have. Thank you guys. Bye for
Peace
now.
there,
Thank you,
everyone.
Coach. Thank you,
God bless,
Coach.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you to the viewers.